Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back shortly due to some delays since some drivers are missing. Sorry. And it's go time. After a dramatic race opening in Silverstone, here we are giving you coverage for the Dutch Grand Prix. My name is Josh, and unfortunately no one will be beside me today, but this track has quite a story behind it, including the fact that Zandvoort has been the centre of the Dutch racing scene, and it's also the most important circuit since 1946, which is quite impressive if you ask me. And also, an estimated $4 million was spent on the circuit Zandvoort to prepare for the return of Formula One. So this track has a lot of history behind it, and it is a very historical track back in the 90s. 19th century. So currently we are low in numbers with drivers at the moment, so we'll be delaying it just ever so slightly. Hopefully we'll get a right amount of drivers, because some are obviously being very sleepy at the moment, but we'll be back with you shortly. Toodaloo, we're back. Due to some drivers not making it, they will be replaced by AI, so we are due low on numbers, so we'll be back with you shortly for qualifying. Track conditions today are wet, so that is a good opportunity for the intermediates or possibly the wets. We have our first car on the track, which is the Aston Martin of either Josh or Darius, and we have a McLaren following out, and then another McLaren shortly behind. Now into turn 3, the Aston Martin of, currently not sure due to racing numbers, and that is Josh Merrin, currently out on track on his warm-up lap. Followed behind is Deacon Davis and then Eli Hancock. Ooh. Now on board with Josh Merrin for his outlap. Now into the chicane. Straight into the hairpin, the apex. Oh, he almost loses the way around, and he has lost it! On the final turn to the final straight, that is a yellow flag. Right when he was going to start his warm-up lap, and that is a yellow flag. The McLaren quickly avoiding him, and the Aston Martin lurching into the pits. Now the McLaren into turn 1 on a very long hairpin. I don't know why, but he's on the soft compound tyres, and that is a very strange decision by the McLaren. But he's flying through the track right now. 30 seconds in sector 2 now, just approaching sector 2. And that's a yellow flag. Deacon Davis is out of this race. He's come to a halt on the final straight. That is his teammate, and that is the Aston Martin out as well of Josh Merrin, and that is just agonisingly painful for those two drivers. Now I'm into the chicane, approaching the very huge hairpin. Now onto the final turn, perfectly controlled by the McLaren to set a lap time of 1:16.8, which is impressive. Oh, and that's an Alpine spun out. He's facing the wrong way, but he uses the reset to get back on track. And that final corner is quite tricky since it's unbalanced with the turn wires. Now viewing the Alpine of Aaron. And now the Mercedes shortly behind to set a lap time of a 1:18. Not as fast as the McLaren of Eli. And that is that's a yellow flag on sector 2, and that is Eli come to a halt. Almost a collision between the Alpine and the McLaren. And that is a yellow flag, sector 2. And he's back on track. Now the Aston Martin, can he do any better? A 1:19. 3 seconds slower than the McLaren of Eli. And that is a Mercedes spun out on the same corner yet again. That corner is a huge struggle for people on the wets, and that's an Alpine going very slowly into the pits. Probably a tyre change. Now facing the Alpine of Aaron, passing the Mercedes now into turn 3. Now facing the Aston Martin, going around the hairpin. Very well took. This is going to be... And he's just not got there with a 1:18.9. But can he do any better this lap? Today's not much of a day with a lot of drivers, unfortunately. Some cannot make it by some excuse. And that is Eli. Possibly out of this race. Or out of qualifying. And that is Eli out of qualifying for his chance to get any better lap time. Now it's up to the last few drivers, and the Aston Martin just lost the rear end there. Now it's up to 5 drivers to see if they can beat the McLaren's lap time. Unfortunately, only 8 drivers could make it today. And that is the Aston Martin into the pits. All of the drivers now in the pits. But that is the Alpine on his outlap. Possibly his first outlap, actually. Still on the soft compound. Now this is a good time and well timed by the Alpine, since the track is quiet and has nobody waiting out on track. And that is Darius out as well of qualifying. And that is a Mercedes on his outlap as well. Lucas locking up there, just ever so slightly. Now Lucas is currently streaming his view on twitch.tv, which you can visit on the Discord, and then it will say in general announcements. Can he do any better? No, he can't. Oh, he's on his lap time now. Now, currently facing the other Alpine. Slightly on the grass there. Very wide on that curb there. Very well took by the Alpine. Can the Alpine do any better? And he's got the fastest lap. No, he hasn't actually. Sorry, second. Just slightly off that lap time. Elias is currently in first with a great race in Silverstone. Now facing Domi, Mercedes of Dom. Now we are currently in the Twitch stream of Lucas, who's currently in the pits right now, as you can see with the Twitch overlay. And we are back with the Alpine almost losing the rear end there. But that is going to take a huge tad off his time. Oh, and that's it. Oh my god, and that's a big crash for the Mercedes, and that is the Mercedes out of qualifying. And that leaves 2 people remaining in qualifying into the final turn, which is a huge problem for everybody. That last turn always catches everybody out. And that's Mercedes with no front wing whatsoever. Now we are back with Lucas. And it was Dominic who crashed. But as it stands, nobody is beating the lap time of Eli. Now, to some people, this is just... Oh, and that's a big corner cut by Lucas right there. Completely out of the track. Don't know what happened there. Might have lost the front end. Currently viewing Lucas again. Now Lucas on his lap.
I'm doing my lap now.
Come on. With almost 3.5 minutes to go in qualifying, and that is the Mercedes out on the last corner. And crikey, everybody hates that corner so much. That corner catches every driver out, and I think almost every driver has spun out there, and that is Lucas. Spun out on the final corner, and that is going to be agonising for the Mercedes. And that leaves everybody in the pits currently. Oh, never mind, that is Aaron, the Alpine, out into the final stages of qualifying for his once and final lap time. Now, this is his only chance to get ahead. This is his only opportunity to go into third or possibly second, and that is Lucas Derrickson out of qualifying, unfortunately, leaving the two Alpines to battle it out for second place, possibly pole. Oh, and that is the Alpine of Aaron Miller, and that is a replay of what just happened. Thank you, Lucas. And that is unfortunately Aaron Miller leaving him out. But that is still the other Alpine in the pits, and he needs to come out now. And he is out now as I speak. Everything seems to happen when I say so. Now, Aaron, for his final chance to come second place. Here we go. Aaron has to not mess this up whatsoever. With wet conditions, this is agonisingly painful. Taking it really steep into the corners now. Being very cautious and careful. Currently flying through the track right now, and that is sector 1 with a huge 100 millisecond difference between what he has done before, and he is trying his best to not do anything wrong, and he's doing absolutely marvellous right now. Aaron with some outstanding driving and outstanding control. Can he do any better? The pressure's all him now. Now, can his teammate do any better? Now, Aaron, into the final stages now. If he messes this up, this is it for the Alpine. But he stays in control. Is he going to do any better? What's happened? currently unsure of what's happened. But Oranjes came third instead. And that was such a great race that is just occurred. And that is amazing, wow. Now he's in ahead of Lucas. And that is qualifying over, and we'll be back with you shortly. And here we go, the beginning of the formation lap with sunny spells this time, making it easier for the drivers, which is a great opportunity for the cars. A great qualifying session by Eli Hancock of the McLaren, but just his teammate didn't do the best. Anything, as told by last time, anything can happen. Silverstone was dramatic with a lot of cars, but with not a lot of cars, anything can happen. Oh, and after the Mercedes out, he's spun out on turn 6, I reckon. We don't know how there, but that leaves the McLaren ahead of the Mercedes in the formation lap, with a predicted pit stop strategy between laps 12 and 15 with the soft and medium compound tyres. The Mercedes taking back the position, very eager to get on. Now into the final turn. Everybody's excited. We've been waiting for this for 2 weeks now, and let's see what unfolds here at the Dutch Grand Prix here in Zandvoort. And here we are, just waiting in the McLaren now. And it's ready to go now. Everybody ready. 5 lights, ready to show. Engines revving. And it's lights out and away we go. A great start by the McLaren. The Alpine could make the move down the inside into turn 1 and does and secures it. The Alpine now ahead. The McLaren trying to fight back. Now into turn 2. Side by side. And the Alpine clears it. And he secures the move. Now into turn 4. And this has already been a dramatic stage here at the Dutch Grand Prix. And everything is unfolding right in front of our eyes. Now the Aston Martin trying to have a go at the Mercedes. Lucas is trying to make a move on here. The McLaren trying to make a move on the Alpine as well. Yeah. Oh, and that is an Aston Martin who always lost the rear end there. Very well taken corner by the Aston Martin. Now it's between the McLaren and the Alpine. A great overtaking opportunity down the straight. The Alpine with a fastest lap. The McLaren right behind the Alpine. Looking to get a move on, but he just can't get there. Now into turn 5, sorry. And now it's side by side, the McLaren and the Alpine of Dominic and Aaron. Very slow near the back. But that is Darius in the pits for some odd reason. And that is Darius of the Aston Martin. Currently last place with a very long gap between the two cars. Now the McLaren is right behind the Alpine. Any sort of mistake could cost the Alpine very dearly. Now a good overtaking opportunity. The McLaren could have the slipstream here. He's not going to have enough time. He's not going to have enough space as we head into turn 1. Now the Alpine is going slightly slower. The McLaren is right behind. And that is a Mercedes of Dominic. And then the McLaren makes a lunge down the inside. Now they're side by side yet again. And this is a great battle between the two. I hope we're all loving this. And now the Mercedes. Oh, it's a free battle. The Alpine and then the McLaren and the Mercedes. The Mercedes hoping to go down the inside but does not have enough room. And that was a great battle between the three cars of the McLaren and the Mercedes and the Alpine. Now with DRS enabled, the McLaren tries to go on the outside and is making the move. And it's wheel to wheel yet again into turns 2 and 3. But the McLaren is ahead yet again. But the Alpine with a better line out of that turn. And this is a great battle between the two cars. A great view for the Mercedes driver. And this is a great battle between the two cars. And make sure to subscribe. Oh, and that is the Alpine pushed wide. And onto the gravel. Oh no, bless. And that is going to be devastating for the Alpine. He's just pushed wide, and that could be a possible penalty there with the stewards. Could the Alpine possibly have a go with DRS on the Aston Martin? But as it stands, he could get DRS. Is he going to get it? Eli with the fastest lap of the race so far. And this truly shows, whatever car, whatever engine, it does not matter. It's all about the drivers. And that is a McLaren of Deacon Davis, stranded on turn 3. And he's spun out facing the wrong way, and that is his race over. And that is going to be horrible for the McLaren of Deacon Davis. And that is another McLaren spun out. Oh my word. Double trouble for the McLaren right there. Oh, crikey. A lot has already unfolded within 5 laps. And that means the McLaren is ahead of the race with the Aston Martin shortly behind. The Aston Martin could possibly have DRS on Lucas. Is he going to have DRS? Who knows? He has the DRS open with his slipstream. Is he going to have enough room? He's going to make the lunge. No, he isn't. He's gained a lot off that straight. And that truly shows DRS is a critical item in F1. A better line out of the turn. Oh, and that's the Aston Martin losing the rear end. Oh, no. Great control, but that is just... Now with the McLaren in true space here, hopefully feeling comfortable. Oh, and that's the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin has been losing his rear end all round qualifying and in the race so far. Now with 30 laps to go. But he's not going to have DRS down the straight anyway. And that is a McLaren making a lunge down the inside, but it does. That is the McLaren making down the inside, securing it on the Alpine. Now it's a battle between first, but the McLaren has a huge gap between the Aston Martin and the McLaren.
This is a great battle between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. Now he's going to have a go down the straight with DRS on Lucas. Can he secure the move? And it's wheel to wheel into turn 1. Eli Hancock with a fastest lap, but he just doesn't have enough room to make the move. This is a great battle between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. Now into turn 4. Now the Aston Martin, it's wheel to wheel. This is a great battle between the two. And that is a Mercedes. At a full halt. And that is Dominic. Out of this race. Oh no, he isn't out of this race, sorry. I apologise for my mistakes. And that is the Mercedes. And that is the Mercedes of Dom out of this race. Crikey, that is him spun out. I'm completely lost for words here of what has happened here. And I'm sorry to Dominic for what I said, since I jinxed it. I apologise. I apologise very deeply. Never should a driver have to lose his opportunity in this race. Now the Mercedes is now into the pits, along with the McLaren. The McLaren shortly behind her. A fast pit stop by the Mercedes, but an even faster one by the McLaren. Now they're right behind each other, and this is going to be a great battle between the two. Now with DRS here, can Eli make the move? He's got closer, but he hasn't made any moves yet. And that is a Aston Martin in the pits. Now a DRS opportunity for Eli down the straight. And here we go with a long straight. Surely he's going to make the move. Down the inside. He's going to make the move and he secures it. Eli now in 4th. The rest has not pitted yet. So technically Eli is in front of the race. And despite any sort of opportunity, any sort of magic, they do the quickest pit stop ever, which is very, very unlikely. Lucas is making a lot of corner cuts here. Now, can Lucas have a go with Eli? He's got DRS, but is it going to be enough? It's very unlikely. And the Alpine is in the pits. The Alpine now out of the pit lane. That is a yellow flag, and that is the Alpine going pretty slowly to me. Now the McLaren approaching the Aston Martin. Now overtaking opportunity for the Aston Martin. But that is the Alpine into the pits. And now it's between the two. The Aston Martin and the McLaren. But surely Aston Martin has to go into the pits by now. Oh, and that's Josh Merrin out of this race. Oh dear. That is the Aston Martin of Josh Merrin out of this race, and that is a yellow flag. And is a safety car. And that is Darius with a drive-through penalty. Crikey. He might serve it during the safety car though. Leaving only 6 drivers to remain. 5 drivers to remain. Now every car is coming into the pit apart from Eli, which is a strategy I suppose. A strategy that won't work because everybody will bunch up in the safety car. We will be back shortly for the restart.
No, Darius is trying to delete this. Oh, Darius is going to pit like multiple times.
Safety car is in this lap, guys, and we'll be back with you very shortly for the restart. And it's go time. Now the McLaren making a move on the Alpine. The Alpine almost losing it. And there's another battle between the Aston Martin and the other Alpine. And here, now storming through the track, the McLaren has a great gap between the Alpine, and then it's the Aston Martin and then the Mercedes, not the Mercedes, the Aston Martin, and then the Alpine. It's between the three cars of the Aston Martin and the Alpine, and then the Mercedes. Both taking the corner very deep. Now into the final straight. DRS is not enabled, but will be enabled shortly. Now into turn 1. The Alpine could have a go with the Aston Martin, but don't think so. It's a real battle between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. Eli with a big gap between the Alpine. Now, can Aaron have a go with Darius? DRS is now enabled, so is he going to have a go? No, he isn't, because the Aston Martin is into the pits, possibly for the medium compound. Oh, it's his drive-through penalty. So that is his drive-through penalty over. Now it's all on from here. For some reason there's another penalty for Darius. Not sure yet. Now viewing Lucas Derrickson. Now the Mercedes could have a good battle with the Alpine of, I can't say his name unfortunately, Zander, let's say. Zandor. Looks to be a possible battle between the Alpine and the Mercedes. right now, as it seems that Eli Hancock could win. We don't know for definite yet. The Aston Martin is very far behind and needs to do a lot of catching up, but for some other reason he still has a penalty. Oh no! And that is the Aston Martin retiring from the session. And that would be a safety car, since the Aston Martin has now not made it in the race. And there's only 4 people who remain. And this is all it for the podium now. By the end of this race, there will possibly be no one left. There could be 1 left, for all that matters. I'll be back with you shortly when the safety car restart happens. Safety car in this lap, as it seems. Safety car will be in this lap. Oh no, that's the Mercedes in the pits as well. So the safety car could possibly not be in this lap. Safety car will be in this lap. And here we go, it's go time yet again. With only 4 people remaining. And now the Alpine having a battle with the Mercedes for 3rd place. Oh no, that's the Alpine! Spun round! And that means the Alpine is in last place. And that is devastating for the Alpine. Now in last place and with no glimmer of hope. And that is a fast lap by Eli. And that is an Alpine on a full hole. And that is an Alpine with his no front wing, no glimmer of hope whatsoever. And that is definitely the Alpine out of the podium. That is the Mercedes having a battle for second place, but the Mercedes just pushed wide on the hairpin there. And surely the McLaren has won this. The Alpine just come out of the pits on lap 28 with almost 7 laps to go. And now, with 6 laps to go, it's a battle between the Mercedes and the Alpine for 3rd place. And this is what matters here at the Dutch Grand Prix. Now currently viewing Lucas Derrickson. A great view and a great driver as it seems. Now Lucas goes wide. Now a big battle between the Alpine and the Mercedes. And I also apologise for being quite quiet. I'm not feeling the best today, but I'm trying my hardest. Now as you can see, it's been between 2 and 4 stops with the cars today. Most of them during safety cars. And now the huge gap, an 8-second gap between the Alpine and the McLaren. With DRS, quite a lot of swerving with the Alpine, trying to break the slipstream. Now to turns 3 and 4. The better line by the Mercedes. Now the Alpine could be possibly lapped by the McLaren of Eli Hancock. Oh, a better line makes it lunge down the inside, and a mistake costs him dearly, and that means it's 2nd place for Lucas. But the Alpine will try and fight back here, and this is a great battle between the cars, and he's going to make the lunge down the inside, and he's secured the move. And this is a great battle that we're seeing here in the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. And another mistake by the Alpine that could cost him even more. Now a DRS opportunity for Lucas, and surely he's going to get it here. Swerving round here, trying to break the slipstream. Is he going to make the move? No, he doesn't have enough space. And this is what matters here. 2nd place is a huge cost between the 2 drivers. Eli surely has the victory now, but can he overlap the other Alpine? Now can Lucas get back at the Alpine? A better line out of that turn, and this is a great battle between the 2. Both under so much pressure. Now with DRS, can he do it? Just ever so slightly different. No, Lucas with a better line out of that turn, and they're right behind each other. Lucas would surely want to get his fuel mix higher now. Now here we go, another DRS opportunity for Lucas. DRS is on. Is he going to make the move? He's getting closer as it seems. He's pushed him off. A completely aggressive move by the Alpine to block the Mercedes, and surely the marshals would have to review that. Saw him going down the inside and just blocked him completely. Oh, and they make contact! And that is Lucas out of this race. They don't make contact, sorry. And he loses the rear end in frustration. And that is Lucas out of the opportunity for 2nd place. As it seems, we have our race over. With Eli with the race win, very comfortably. And then the Alpine, and then third will be Lucas Derrickson. A completely corner cut there by Lucas. Doesn't even care about the track limits at this point. And I understand his frustration here. After a great battle between the 2. Now approaching the 2-lap mark. Two laps to go. Eli just rubbing it in their faces at this point. Eli, possibly with 2 race wins here. We'll find out in the next lap or so what will happen. And as it stands, Eli will be taking the championship for the LOM Cup here in the Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, he's gone into the pits. And this is going to be very tight between the two. Now he's in the pit. This is going to be a very tight stop. Very costly as well. But as it seems, this could possibly be the race here. And this is going to be very tight here. And off we go. And this is going to be a battle between the 2 cars. He could possibly not take victory here, and this is a big gap and this is a big deficit. But this is going to be a battle between the 2 cars. Eli with the faster, fresher tyres. And he's catching up every single second. With DRS here. Just getting ever so slightly closer. Now Eli's with a possible overtaking opportunity here. He's definitely going to make the move down here. With the faster, fresher tyres. He's got DRS. He's going to secure the move, surely now. Right in front. And on the final lap we go. This is all that matters here. Who's going to take victory here at the Dutch Grand Prix? As it stands, it's going to be a good battle between the 2 cars. The Alpine and the McLaren. But a gap building between the 2 cars. Very quick gap indeed. Going to the DRS zone. He will not have time for the DRS though. And as it stands, the winner here at the Dutch Grand Prix. Now into the final corner. Approaching the final corner now, and this has been a great race full of dramatic events. But here we are. The winner of the Dutch Grand Prix is Eli with the fastest lap in the race. And that is the race over. Eli with another great win. And that is the race over. Lucas slowing down at this point. Just giving a little show. Now we're just waiting on the Alpine of Aaron. Not a lot showed up today, but a lot has turned out. And this is the race over. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back with you shortly. The signature love heart that Eli has shown us. Now it's time for the water fight. taking victory here in Dutch. Eli with the win, with some more points for the team and for himself. Currently ahead in the Lom Cup standings. Thank you all for watching. My name is Josh, and we'll be back with you shortly for the next race. Thanks for watching. Well done to all the drivers. Make sure to subscribe and join the Discord. Thank you, and goodbye.
Okay, hello, it's me, TJS, and we're having an interview together with the winner of today, Ailey Hancock. Yeah, congrats, Elias. How was it to win again? Second one.
It was okay. Well, I was struggling with high attempts always, so it wasn't great, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, sometimes, or your pit stop at the end was a bit of a risk, so when did you say for yourself, okay, I'm going to pit now?
The last pit stop I made,
Yep, that one. For fast lap.
I thought that I had a big enough gap to get out in front, but turned out not to be the case. But luckily, I was just behind, so I was able to get past again pretty quickly. It was a I didn't think it was a risk, but I didn't expect to come out behind him. I thought I was going to be ahead. I misjudged the gap.
Okay, that's cool. Anything that you want to say?
I don't think so, to be honest.
Nothing? Okay, then I'll just say we're ending it, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, then have fun. Yep, okay. And we have another one. It's Gendor. Let's move him here. Hello, Gendor.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, second place, nearly first. And some hard defending against Lucas. So, sum it up if you can.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, well, the start spoke for itself. I got a really good launch on the just max revs somehow, and managed to just kind of assert dominance into turn 3, jump into the lead. Obviously, I knew I was going to lose it to Elias later, and then Elias pitted on like the second to last lap, and I got into the lead for a second, but then again, he was on so much fresher tires, he just overtook me, pulled away for like 5 seconds. And yeah, the battle with Lucas was great. Obviously, well, apart from that moment where on the straight it looked like I weaved into him on my screen, well, at least for me, it kind of looked like I had the right side covered, but apparently when I looked it back on the stream for a second, I saw that there was a slight bit of a gap on the right side, but yeah, I thought it was going to go to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then unfortunately he spun, so that was a bit sad.
Yeah.
So I got to carry the battle on a little longer.
In the end, you were in the first place for a moment, and you probably have seen that Elias was on softs behind you. And did you think about defending really hard on that last lap, or?
Yeah, no, I thought I'd probably be able to defend, but then I thought his only chance to overtake me would be on the main straight. So if he doesn't catch me by that time, he won't be able to win probably. But then he already caught me before the second DRS zone, and I was like, oh, all right, never mind. I guess that's not happening. So I just was trying to go straight on the straight to just go as fast as possible, but unfortunately he just caught me, and then I decided not to fight it. Yeah, him pulling 4 seconds ahead proved that it was not worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I hope you have a great day, or evening, or morning, whatever.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I will say bye bye to you all too.